Yes, so in this video, we are going to talk about the sleep physiology. We are going to talk about what controls the sleep physiology, the waves that happen in each stage of the sleep. So the sleep physiology, it is usually regulated by the circadian rhythm, also called the sleep-wake cycle, which is in turn regulated by the suprachiasmatic nucleus. The suprachiasmatic nucleus, it is located in the hypothalamus, and its main function is to regulate the circadian rhythm. To know more about the suprachiasmatic nucleus, please watch my other video all about hypothalamus. I'll leave the link in the description box. So the suprachiasmatic nucleus, it also participates in the release of many hormones such as the adrenocorticotropic hormone, the prolactin, the melatonin, and the norepinephrine. So it initially releases norepinephrine, which then stimulates the pineal gland to release melatonin. So next, let's talk about the stages of the sleep. So there are 3 stages of sleep: the awake stage, the non-REM sleep, and the REM sleep. So the awake stage, it is when the person is alert and active, and he's totally conscious. So in the awake stage, again there are 2 stages: when the person's eyes are open and when the person's eyes are closed. So whenever the patient's eyes are open, you can see beta waves in the polysomnograph. Polysomnography, it is a sleep study test in which the waves are observed and noted, so that we can know more about the sleeping pattern of the person. So as I told you, when the eyes are open, beta waves are seen, and when the eyes are closed, alpha waves are seen. And non-REM sleep, REM, meaning rapid eye movement. So in the non-REM sleep, the person has a quiet sleep where all his physiological processes are shut down with decreased muscle tone. So the non-REM sleep, there are 3 stages: stage N1, stage N2, and stage N3. So in the first stage, theta waves are seen, and in this stage you can see light sleep and a little drowsiness. So did this ever happen to you? You were watching a TV show, maybe the Game of Thrones, and you were feeling very sleepy, you were feeling a little drowsy, and you wanted to sleep, but you couldn't because you had to complete that episode by that night. Or did this ever happen that you were watching the TV show and you fell asleep, and suddenly you wake up and you realize you don't even remember how you fell asleep? That's the first stage of the non-REM sleep, where you feel drowsy and you sleep a little light. That's where you can see theta waves. The second stage of sleep, it has spindles and K complexes. You can see in this picture, there are spindles. These are the spindles where everything just gets messy, and the K complex is here. In the second stage, you can see the spindles, these sleep spindles, and the K complexes. In the second stage, you have no consciousness, and you can see bruxism. Bruxism, it means tooth grinding. There's a mnemonic to remember this: 2, TWO2, tooth grinding, 2. And there are 2 things that you observe here: the sleep spindles and the K complexes. The third stage of the sleep, of the non-REM sleep, is when you can see the delta waves. So in the third stage of non-REM sleep, that is the deepest non-REM sleep. You have no consciousness, and you can see bedwetting, night terrors, and sleepwalking in this sleep. That is the deepest non-REM sleep. You have no memory of what happens. And the last stage is the REM sleep, where you can see beta waves, and in REM sleep you have totally absent muscle tone. So the REM sleep, it has beta waves, the motor tone is absent, and you have dreams, nightmares, and all sorts of things that you can recollect in the next morning. You have memory about whatever happens in that period of sleep. And at that time, since the brain is doing some function, it will need more oxygen, because even though you're asleep, your brain is doing function by creating these dreams, the nightmares, and other things. So it needs more function. Also, depending on the dreams and the nightmares, the pulse and the BP, they are variable. it may change, and most of the times it increases. And also the acetylcholine goes up in REM sleep. We studied about this in the neurotransmitters section. So you can watch that video also. The PPRF, the paramedian Pontine reticular formation, it gets activated. Okay. So imagine there is a chocolate here, maybe Twix. And then obviously you're gonna be tempted to look at it. Not just eat, but even look at it. So you're going to look towards the right side to look at the Twix. So this one here is lateral, the right eye, the left eye, and this here is the medial. Yes. So what the PPRF does is it sends signals to the cranial nerve 6, the abducens nerve, which with the help of lateral rectus muscle makes the right eye look at the lateral side. And then this cranial nerve, this here is called the medial longitudinal fasciculus. The MLF, here it decussates and then sends signals to the cranial nerve 3, the trochlear nerve, which with the help of medial rectus, because it has to look at the medial side, will make the left eye look at the medial side. So this is how the PPRF and the MLF is going to make the horizontal gaze. So this looking at the horizontal sides is called the horizontal gaze. So during REM sleep, the PPRF gets activated, which will activate the horizontal gaze. That's why when a person is sleeping, not very deep, you can see his eyeballs move, 2 1/4 laterally and medially. You can see this. So this is because the PPRF gets activated. So this is all about the REM sleep. So I have a mnemonic here, which is given in the first aid. Bats drink blood. Bats drink blood. B. Beta waves, alpha waves, theta waves. The spindles S. D for delta waves. Ring is silent, and B for beta waves again, and then the blood thing is silent. So bats drink blood. This is actually a very easy one. This is exactly how I remember the waves. So this is one mnemonic, and the second mnemonic again 2. The second mnemonic is about the second stage of the sleep, where you can remember 2 for tooth grinding and 2 things that happen: the sleep spindles and the K complexes. And two things happen: the sleep spindles and the K complexes, plus bruxism, tooth grinding. So this is all about the sleep physiology. Thank you.